Hello, my name is Paula Harsh, and for my persuasive speech, I will be sharing how spanking is considered child abuse. What constitutes child abuse? Is it whether a mark is left? Is it whether it's an extensive beating? Would spanking be considered child abuse? According to the dictionary, spanking is striking a person, usually a child, with an open hand, a slipper, or another object, especially on the buttocks, as a punishment. Today I'll be telling you how spanking is considered child abuse, how spanking as a form of punishment can affect the child, how spanking and other forms of punishment can influence a child's future and future relationships, the legal ramifications, and offer other means of discipline instead of spanking and physical punishment. First, let me define child abuse for you. Child abuse is an act that puts that child's physical and emotional well-being at risk, according to the San Francisco Child Abuse Prevention Center. If one is going along these guidelines to determine what child abuse is and what child abuse is not, then the act of spanking, which is physically striking a child, would fall into these guidelines. Spanking done by parents is prone to escalate in severity according to the American Psychological Association, as the child does not comply with the parent's wants. Parents also use physical punishment, such as spanking, as a fear tactic to keep their children in line. What spanking does, as well as harm the child as it happens, also hinders the child's future. In a study done by the San Francisco Child Abuse Prevention Center, of 17,000 adults, those abused children were more likely to become suicidal, more likely to have heart disease, cancer, chronic lung disease, and liver disease, twice as likely to be smokers, twice as likely to be severely obese, twice as likely to become alcoholics, and 3 times as likely to become drug addicts. These children also had problems forming proper relationships, especially with other authoritative figures. Sarah O'Mara, author of Silence Broken, states that they got a number of children who have turned their pain inward, and they have been led to believe they are no good, and therefore form a pattern of punishing themselves, which just illustrates that the children have problems with proper emotions and venting techniques. According to B.A. Robinson of Religious Tolerance, corporal punishment is legal in all 50 states. Corporal punishment, as defined in the dictionary, is any physical punishment done to a child by their parents, for example, spanking. However, physical abuse is illegal in all 50 states. Instead of corporal punishment, there are other techniques parents can use, techniques laid out by the American Psychological Association. Techniques such as positive reinforcement, praising the child for good behavior, gaining a trusting relationship with their children, and most importantly, remaining calm during a child's outburst and not getting angry or overwhelmed. All these techniques take more patience and as well as more time to take effect on the child, but they show a better outcome for the child as well as the parent and their parenting techniques. Today I told you how spanking falls under the category of child abuse as well as what spanking is. I outlined some long-term effects on the child, along with how it affects the child's future and future relationships. I showed how there are no legal ramifications for spanking yet. However, spanking can escalate to farther physical abuse. I also offered some other techniques for parents to use instead of corporal punishment. These techniques are not only better for the child, but they are more effective for the parent and their parenting. According to the guidelines, the child abuse is any physical or emotional harm to a child. Wouldn't spanking qualify? Thank you for watching.